Hey everyone, this is Mommy Rain, a solo parent to three amazing boys whose dad grew a pair of wings way back 2019, and this is my solo parenting journey.
Ano man, abo kaya ba ho?
Siguro dalawa sa pinakalagi kong natatanggap na tanong is una, bakit daw di pa din ako nag-aasawa ulit? At pangalawa, kung bakit kami umalis doon sa dati naming tinitirhan. So yun ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Hindi yung unang tanong ha, yung pangalawa. Pero bago pala yon, this vlog was actually taken the day after we moved in. Bali, pangalawang araw namin sa bagong bahay. Kaya ayan, at busy si Aiki magkuskus ng lagayan namin ng plato. Bali, sterilizer din yan. Di ko lang alam kung nagana pa kasi di na namin ginagamit as sterilizer. Anyway, back to the question. Actually, di ko alam kung paano siya sisimulan. Mahaba-habang kwento, but I'll try not to get into the details so much. Siguro one of the main reasons is financial. And the second reason is my mental health. But it wasn't a very easy decision. Even the kids, ayaw nilang i-let go yung bahay, syempre. Kasi andun yung memories nila growing up with their dad. That's already a given. But I had no choice. Pero nilaban ko yung bahay, trinay ko. God knows, I really did try my best para ma-save yung bahay. Siguro mga 2 years ko din pinag-isipan yun. 2 years ko din siyang nilaban until I came to the point na I have to choose between the house and myself. So for context, mga 1 year after Chris died, I lost my job. Yung long-term client namin, which we had for like 8 years, they had to let me go because the business was not doing well. At hindi naman lingid sa kaalaman ng lahat that I was battling with anxiety and depression, na mas lalong lumala nung after Chris passed away. Siguro that was the peak of my depression. Kasi dumating ako sa point na parang hindi na ako nagfa-function. I know I get judged by some people. May mga naririnig ako na kesyo, bakit di ganito ang gawin ni Rain? Bakit di ganyan? But I know for those people who truly understand how anxiety and depression works, I know I don't really have to explain to them. Dumating ako sa point na I had no energy to do even the most mundane task. Alam niyo yung kahit pagligo, pagsusuklay ng buhok, pagpunta ng banyo, pagbangon, lahat ng yon, yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin sa araw-araw, they have become a burden. And it was something beyond my control. So talagang ang kaya ko lang gawin that time is part-time lang. Hindi ko talaga kayang tumanggap na isa pang full-time job. Yung mga part-time task nga, hirap na hirap pa akong gawin, hirap na hirap pa akong tapusin. Kasi nga yung utak ko di gumagana, yung katawan ko hindi nagko-cooperate. So for context ulit, yung bahay, since nakapangalan siya kay Chris, it was covered by the insurance. Kaso, for whatever reason, which I forgot, hindi siya fully covered yung full amount ng bahay. Bali, may konti pang balance, parang ganon. And since wala nga akong work that time, wala akong full-time job that time, hirap akong bayaran yung kulang. Tas idagdag pang may mga loans kami na nakapangalan sa akin bago namatay si Chris. And then for 1 year after he passed away, I tried to retain our way of living. For 1 year, nasa Lasal pa din yung mga boys, ginapang ko, which is a bad decision. Mas lalo akong nabaon sa utang. Tas alam kong naikwento ko na sa page na to way before that we lost his car, nabawi ng bangko. And since tinry ko nga na i-retain yung kung anumang way of living na meron kami before he passed away, kumuha ulit ako ng bagong sasakyan. And since I really wanted to bounce back, nag-start ako ng ukay business. Yung capital is loan. So to make the story short, mas lalo akong nabaon sa utang. And then here comes pandemic, which triggered my anxiety and my depression to the fullest. So that was basically the time that I hit the rock bottom. Tapos syempre dahil depressed ako, nagre-reflect siya sa bahay. Kahit di pa man Halloween, puro cobwebs na siya. Grabe yung alikabok. Yung damo sa labas hanggang tuhod na. Tapos yung extension is sira na yung kisame. Tapos tumutulo na siya kapag ulan. The house was basically falling apart. And ang mas masakla pa doon is hinihila niya ako pababa. Pero as what I've said, nilaban ko pa din yun. It took so much courage for me to decide to finally let go of the house. So parang ang naging turning point ko is when I started having intrusive thoughts. I don't want to go into details about that, but they are really bad thoughts. Parang doon ko naisip na I have to save myself for my kids. They don't deserve this. I have to pick myself up. So that was the point when I have decided to sell the house. Tas yung amount na nakuha namin is ginamit namin siya para mabayaran yung utang. Hindi man nabayaran lahat, may mga binabayaran pa din ako hanggang ngayon. Pero at least hindi na siya ganon kalaki unlike before. Since yung pinaka-trigger ng depression ko, aside from the fact that I am grieving, is yung mga utang, I have decided to start with a clean plate. Bale, nilipat ko yung mga bagets sa public school. Tapos sinuko ko yung car sa bank. Tapos sabi ko magsisimula kami ulit no matter how little we have. As long as we're together. As long as I am okay. As long as the kids are okay. We're going to be fine. Now if you ask me kung kamusta na ako, kung okay na ba ako, I would be lying if I say that I am 100% okay. I am a work in progress. I am trying to live and not just to survive. Hindi madaling maging solo parent, but with God's grace, we are surviving one day at a time.